we want all the fuel to go to the cylinders for starting.
Okay.
That's going to help start the engine. All the fuel is going to go to it. But after starting, we want to pull it back about an inch, and that's going to prevent carbon buildup on the spark plugs. So if we're at a fully rich mixture, there can be too much fuel going into the cylinders. In return, on the spark plugs, so we have the spark plugs in the engine, kind of something like that. Looks something like this. And this goes into the cylinder, right? This is our cylinder, and then this is our piston with the piston down there. So the spark plug can get carbon buildup, and the spark plug, in return, we won't be able to generate as much power. So this is the spark plug can get carbon buildup. In return, that spark won't be able to get to the cylinder, or causing a blockage of it. In return, we'd have less power. So it's important we always lean it out about an inch during taxi. But when we're going at full power, it's not as important because the cylinders are moving a lot faster. It's a lot hotter in the cylinders. We need more fuel in the cylinders. So when we're about to take off, we always go mixture all the way rich. That way it prevents,
all the way rich means down or pull towards you?
All the way forward, so all the way in.
Okay.
So that's one important thing.
Okay.
It's all the way in during takeoff because we want all the fuel to go into the engine because we're going to have the highest power setting.
Okay. So I see that once when you start the plane, that's the time when you pull towards you.
About an inch, yep.
About an inch.
Just about an inch to prevent carbon buildup. Okay. Another thing is, as we go up into the atmosphere, what happens with air? So what do you think happens with air as we go up?
Density, in what way? Humidity or?
Density.
Becomes more pressure.
So less pressure, right?
Yeah.
So we have gravity, right? The force of gravity pushing down. So we got gravity.
Yeah.
And then we have these air particles. And they're super tight, close to the ground. They look super tight like this. But as we go up, they start spreading out more and more, right? So as we go up, a lot less dense, right? So this is what it looks like. So closer to the ground, we have a lot more air particles. The air is a lot more dense versus up here because we have that force of gravity compressing these air molecules close to the ground. So down here, the air's a lot more dense versus up here in return, and that's how the altimeter works, right? The static port, as we go up, the altimeter will show we're going up into the atmosphere because there's less air molecules. But it's important to lean the mixture the higher we go. So if we're at 4,000, we typically don't do it because we're usually below 4,000 feet. We usually won't do it. But if we're above 4,000 feet, we typically want to lean the mixture. So we'll pull out the mixture handle about that inch again, or until we see the engine run rough a little bit, and then we'll push it back in until it runs smoothly. And that's because we have less air to mix with the fuel up here. So in the carburetor, we don't need as much fuel, all that fuel to mix with the air because we have less air. So up here we have a lot less air. If we had that same amount of fuel going with the air, it would be too rich, right? There would be too much fuel in the cylinders. Versus up here, we have to lean it out because we don't have as much air to mix with the fuel. So we lean out the mixture to compensate for the lack of air up here.
Okay. But we only touch it twice, right?
During taxi and start.
Taxiing?
Yep, so we
and then take off.
Yep, and then take off until we're up here, right? If we're up above 4,000 feet, then we're going to pull it back a little bit so it doesn't run too rich.
Okay. Okay.
Questions with mixture?